Hi guys, I wanted to do another video for you today. This is going to be the foundations that I use and kind of how I apply them, etc. So I'll run you through all my foundations. They are all MAC. I will apologise. It's just what I'm using at the moment, I'll be honest with you. There's nothing wrong with drugstore foundations. I love kind of Revlon Colour Stay, and I really like Rimmel's 24-hour or 25-hour stay foundation, but I'm finding that I just love using my MAC, so I'm not going to apologise for that. But as I say, it is a really good brand and they are fantastic for foundations, so I'll run you through what I use. One of my favourites, you've probably seen a lot of this on YouTube, it's the MAC Face and Body, and I'm in the colour N5. This is about £24, but you do get 120ml. It's massive. It's a fantastic foundation for kind of summer coming up. It's really liquid, as you can tell here. It's actually water based, that's why it's so runny. It's fantastic, as I say, for this time of year. It gives you a really dewy glow. I like to use mine as a base, really. I'll just put it on the back of my hands and you can kind of see. I use mine as a base in the summer when I've got a tan. When it's rubbed in, it looks like that. It's absolutely beautiful and I love it. Obviously it looks darker on my hand. It does look nice on your face, but it gives you kind of like a really nice dewy glow. You don't get great coverage with it, as I say. You will need to use concealer with it, and you will need to use pressed powder to set it. Smells a bit oranges, actually, like vitamin C, but it is a beautiful foundation. And I know Goth's makeup artist has just done a review of this and he's put it in his top 10 foundations, and I totally agree. I think it's beautiful. As I say, you can use it on the face and you can use it on the body. It's fantastic to use on your legs as well, girls, at night if you're going to go out. If you've got particularly discoloured veins, or you've got quite pale legs, you can use this to actually darken your legs. It's a really beautiful foundation and I love it, and that's MAC Face and Body. Then another one I love is the Studio Fix Fluid with an SPF of 15 in it, and my colour is NW30. NW means neutral warm, NC is neutral cool, so I've actually got quite cool tones in my skin, so I use NW to help neutralise those and give my skin a much warmer look. You have to shake this on really well before you use it. It is for an oily skin type. It's fantastic. It's probably one of their medium to full coverage foundations, and I think it's £21.50 this one is. It's a beautiful foundation. You get 30ml in it, which is standard for most foundations. It doesn't come with a pump. I bought the pump. It was £3 extra for the pump because it was just in a tip bottle, and I found it was kind of like I was using a lot more than I would if I used the pump. It's a beautiful foundation, as I say, if you want a high coverage foundation, something that's going to last. It gives a matte finish to the skin, and it's really popular with teenagers because, as I say, it gives you a really good coverage. So if I'm going out, I'll kind of use that. It is a beautiful foundation. Then another foundation by MAC which I use is the Pro Longwear. This is an SPF 10, and again my colour is NW30. It is a fantastic foundation. I love the fact it's got this like click lock on it, so you don't waste any product. You can't depress the pump when it's locked, so it's great for travelling. Again, you get 30ml in this, which is standard for MAC. This one again I think is £21.50. It does last absolutely ages, and I find that I can't use this every day. It's too much for every day. I find the coverage is fantastic, so I'd kind of use maybe this of a night. When I'd use like my Studio Fix in the day, I'd use my Pro Longwear overnight, and I do only really keep this for special occasions where I do need something where I haven't got to touch up with powder, etc. I find you don't need powder with this foundation because it just covers. It's a really medium to full coverage. It's fantastic. And then my all-time favourite foundation is Matchmaster. This is £24.50. This is slightly more because you do get 35ml in this, so you actually get 5ml more. Again, it's got the click action top on it, so you don't waste any products and it's easy to dispense. I'm in colour 3, and anybody that was kind of an NW30 or NC30 up, you would like a 35, you'd get this. If you're low, if you're like an NC or an NW 20 to 25, you'd go for the number 2. And the idea of this is it's got no warm or cool tones to it. It just adapts to your skin, which I find it does. It gives me fantastic coverage. I need about 3 or 4 pumps of this. And I apply it with my brushes, and I'll show you what brushes I use in a minute. SPF 15 in there, the same as Studio Fix. It's a really good one for the spring and summer, and it gives a really, really good coverage. It's like a medium to full coverage. Sometimes I do need concealer with this, but it is an absolutely beautiful foundation, and I would highly recommend this. If you're going to choose out of any of them, I would go with the Matchmaster, because it is one of the best foundations. And again, Goth Makeup Artist mentioned this in his top 10 foundations. And then I use this with all of my foundations. It's my MAC Studio Fix Plus, and I absolutely adore this. I think this is about £20. You get 100ml in this, and again, it's got the lock cap on, so you can't actually press the top. It's great for travelling. I've had this absolutely ages. I've probably had it about 3 months, and I use it every day. And I literally put my makeup on, I do my makeup, my eyebrows, everything, and then I literally do about 3 pumps all over my face. This helps to set my foundation, helps to make the colours last longer on my face, and it's just an absolute beautiful product. I'd highly recommend that if you're going to use your with your foundation, because it does help to make it last longer. And it's great as well, it's like quite cooling, so sometimes I keep mine in the fridge, and it's really nice to spray on kind of halfway through the day, and it just refreshes your face. And then the 2 brushes I use to apply my foundation are my 2 all-time favourite brushes. And my first favourite brush is the e.l.f. powder brush. And this was £3.50 from e.l.f. e.l.f. are on elf.co.uk. As I say, this was £3.50. It's a really dense brush, as you can see. It's really thick. And I do wash this once a week, because it does get really, really clogged up with foundation, you can probably see. But I don't use this on anybody else but myself. It's one of my favourite brushes, as I say. It's great for kind of like buffing in your foundation. I absolutely love it. And then my next one, my favourite brush, is the Real Techniques brush by Samantha Chapman, or Pixie Woo, as you might know her off YouTube. I'm sure you guys are sick to death of hearing about these. This is the buffing brush. And this was in the Core Collection set, which is £21, which you can get from Boots. But it's an absolute fantastic brush for, again, buffing in your foundation, just blending it in so you don't get a tide line. It's a fantastic brush. I have to say, I absolutely love her brushes. They are synthetic, but they are so, so soft. And I definitely recommend these for somebody that's starting out, and e.l.f. as well. e.l.f. are fantastic brushes, but do make sure you wash your brushes once a week, guys, because they do harbour germs, even if you just use them on yourselves. So yeah, I hope you find that helpful. As I say, any other comments you've got, please post them in the box below, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.